Welcome to Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Gary.
And I'm drinking a cab.
Yes, we are.
Are you drinking one too?
Yes, right here.
And we finally put our Christmas trees away. It is mid-January 2026.
Anymore.
I know, it's so dark. I needed a little more time with my trees.
Yes, we both did.
They look so nice and
just lights up the house.
It does, and now it's just dark and
cold,
dreary and empty.
Like my soul.
Your soul, yeah. Like January is. It's such a bummer, man. It's such a bummer. But I mean, it's good. They needed to be put away, and there is something to be said about, we don't have a lot of clutter, so now things are back where they should be.
Yep.
It's fresh, even though it's dark, a little empty, but it's still fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're moving forward.
Moving forward. Today, we are going to be reviewing The Christmas Baby. It originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, December 21st, 2025. So we are kind of keeping the Christmas spirit alive.
Yes, we are.
We're going to do that. We're going to drop Christmas content on Tinsel Tuesdays throughout 2026. We started doing that in 2025 for most of 2025. So we're going to continue that. And The Christmas Baby actually was something we drew to review that particular weekend in Countdown to Christmas. And we just, with everything going on, we just did not get to it.
We sure didn't. And there was a lot going on.
Yeah, we kind of, life was lifing, as they say, and we just did not get to it, but we are happy to get to it today. And moving forward, there were other movies that we did not draw to review, but we watched everything, and we're looking forward to reviewing those as well.
Yes, and it's a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah, we liked a lot. We liked several movies this year.
Yeah, and Countdown to Christmas.
Yes.
But here we are dropping this one. So if you listen on Apple or Spotify, you can drop us a review or some stars. And if you want to watch and listen, you can hop over to YouTube at Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new material.
Don't miss any new content.
That's right.
And I think you can just do stars on Spotify. But Apple allows you stars and a review. So if you have time, we would really, really appreciate, hopefully it's a positive review.
Yes.
We hope. And if you know anyone who enjoys Hallmark and you think would appreciate our podcast, we'd love for you to share it.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Drop
Sharing
us
is
a
caring.
line and we'll read it on one of our podcasts.
There you go. Speaking of dropping us a line, you can do that to Pour the Wine. It's romcomtime at gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts about Countdown to Christmas, or now we're well into the winter escape movies.
Oh, yes.
Since it's
halfway through.
Yes, we're a little more than halfway through. So send us an email. Let us know your thoughts so far about Hallmark. We sort of think they've hit the ground running in 2026 with these movies.
They're bringing it.
Spoiler alert, right?
Yes.
So send us an email and let us know. We may read it on the podcast.
Yeah. So let's tell the folks who's in this one.
The folks. We're going to tell the folks who's in this one. Allie Liebert plays Erin Pinelli. Allie has been in several Hallmark movies, of course. After looking over her IMDb, I think her first Hallmark film was in 2012.
Oof.
I believe, unless I need to go a little further back. And that movie was Love at the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Oh. Some of her other Hallmark movies include Three Wise Men and a Baby and Three Wisest Men, Love of the Irish, and Every Time a Bell Rings. Oh. Allie has also dipped her toes in directing. So some of her Hallmark directing credits include Love of the Irish, Deck the Halls on Cherry Lane, and Time for Her to Come Home for Christmas.
Okay. All right.
Katherine Barrell plays Kelly Townsend, and Aaron and Kelly are a couple in this movie. We just saw her in 2 episodes of season 2 of Mistletoe Murders. Some of her other Hallmark work includes A 90s Christmas, Shifting Gears, A Tale of Two Christmases, and she played Joy Harper in the series Good Witch, which we loved. Go watch it. So good.
Binge it.
Barbara Niven plays Betty Mitchell. Barbara, of course, is a Hallmark staple who has starred in a ton of Hallmark movies, including the Hannah Swenson mystery movies, Leah's Perfect Gift, Christmas at the Golden Dragon, Ms. Christmas Comes to Town. We loved her as Megan O'Brien on the series Chesapeake Shores.
Another good binge-watching series.
Such a good binge series. And that one actually, Chesapeake Shores started in 2016. There's this whole thing on social media now about 2026 is the new 2016. So people are posting like their pictures from them or their projects they were working on in 2016. And so Chesapeake Shores, it's a great time to start it then, since 2026 is the new 2016. Start and binge. I don't remember how many seasons there are of that. 4 or 5 maybe?
I think so. I think it's 5 maybe.
Yeah, I can't remember for sure. But but there's enough to keep you, it's binge worthy.
Yeah, it is.
That. Other cast members include Rebecca Staub as Joyce Townsend. So she plays Kelly's mom, which is played by Katherine Barrell. Catriona Murphy plays Angie Pinelli. She plays Allie Larder's Aaron's character's mom. Robert Wilson is Mr. Seltzer. He is their neighbor. Sydney Scotia is Stephanie. She is the coffee shop girl. Right? And Lucas Grasmick is Nicholas, the baby.
The baby. Such a cute baby.
Baby, such a cute baby. Oh, gosh. Adorable in this.
He is.
Can you imagine being in a movie and being like, oh, that was me, you know?
That was me when I was a little baby.
Ago, I was in the Christmas Baby. Yeah, pretty cool. I know.
Would it be cool if he ends up doing, as he grows, he's in more movies?
If he stays an actor.
If he stays an actor.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Right. Well, the director of The Christmas Baby is Eva Tavares. Eva has directed a few music videos and shorts, but this is her first directorial debut. She's no stranger to Hallmark, though. As an actor, she was in a handful of films, A Royal Montana Christmas, all 3 Cherry Lane movies, and Easter Bloom. And she also played Christine in the national tour of Phantom of the Opera.
We love Phantom.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
And we saw it in New York on Broadway.
We did. We got to see it on New York. Oh, my gosh. One of my all-time favorite memories of us going to see Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. Oh, gosh. I was not okay when we left that.
I know.
We were not okay.
And guess what? It was during Love-uary.
Yes, it was. Our own Love-uary in New York City in February. It was freezing cold, but we were warm on the inside.
Topher Payne is the writer on The Christmas Baby. Topher has written 5 other Hallmark movies, including A Christmas to Cherish, Roman Love, A Gift for Christmas, Broadcasting Christmas, and My Summer Prince.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So, time to drop the synopsis.
Time to drop the synopsis. And you know what? I think I just put it away, so I'm going to have to pull it back up. It's my fault.
That's okay.
A couple receives a baby boy before Christmas with a note meant for them. While temporarily caring for him during the holiday rush, they navigate their relationship, careers, and the foster to adopt process.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, this is the point in the podcast where if you haven't seen it, stop, go watch it, come back, let us know what you think. Right? Or do it.
We might give away spoilers, or we will give away some spoilers.
Right. Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So what did you think?
I think that first off, I will say, I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
I think that Hallmark is doing a great job at telling stories like this, not only about the couple, but it's about adoption. It's about relationships. It's about careers. It's about babies changing everything in your life, right? Like what you're going through. So I thought it was really, really well done. I loved Allie and Rebecca in it. Right. I thought they were cast perfectly for their roles because, Alan's character, Erin, is sort of like this, she's, I don't want to say unorganized, but she kind of, is late to things and she's not, she's kind of
not very punctual.
Yeah, not very punctual and sort of, lives by the seat of her pants kind of thing, and Katherine is more, I mean, Katherine is a creative, but she's more organized and, likes things a certain way. So, but I just thought Katherine's character, Kelly. So I thought Aaron and Kelly as a couple worked really well because they're the same, but opposite a little bit. So I thought they both played those roles really, really well. And I thought the cast was great, the supporting cast, the actors who played their friends and their parents. And I thought it was just it was a realistic look at a relationship who maybe decided they didn't want a baby. And then, when they have the opportunity, they kind of, question whether they do, whether they don't.
Right.
Should they not? One really wants one. Can things change in a relationship if you've decided not to? Is that okay? So I think, and how do you handle your career then? What do you do?
Right.
So I thought it was really well done. I mean, I enjoyed it. What about you?
I agree with you. It definitely pulled at the heart,
Yeah. Yeah. There were some scenes that we teared up for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it was more real life episode or movie from Hallmark. I loved their relationship, like you said. The supporting cast was awesome. But what's funny is Erin, she's more of the kind of neat type person, but she's late. Whereas Kelly is more of the messy type person.
Well, that's a better description.
She's always on time.
Yeah, that's a better description. Yeah.
So when you throw a baby in the mix, right, now you have to incorporate the baby into your everyday routine.
Yeah, those pesky babies, right? They get
Darn it,
They ruin your routine.
You can't just go down to the coffee shop and get you a coffee.
You can. Joe, it's just going to be a different experience than what you're used to.
So I, too, really enjoyed this.
Yeah. I guess there isn't really a meet cute because it starts out, we meet them, right?
Right.
So we meet them and they're already married.
Yeah, they're already together.
Yeah, which is cool. It's cool to jump into someone's story like that. I kind of like that it started that way. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, me too. So let's talk about some favorite scenes.
All right.
I'll start with when Kelly has the baby alone for the first time and she's in the garage. It's so funny because she doesn't know what to do. And she's working on the set for the local theater.
Right.
So she's doing some sanding, she's doing some drilling, and you just add this baby to her everyday routine and she doesn't know what to do. Change diapers, feed the baby. And then comes the neighbor, right? Which I thought it kind of reminded me of Mr. Wilson, the neighbor across the fence.
Yes. Wilson.
Wilson.
On Home Improvement?
Mr. Seltzer. What is it?
Seltzer.
Yeah. Who is always coming over and asking, do they really got to make that much noise at night or in the morning? And then he talks about, is the baby going to cry all day long? But that was one of my favorite scenes.
When I think I got a question, since you brought up Mr. Seltzer. So he's like this, cranky neighbor,
right?
This cranky next door neighbor. And I'm like, how close are the houses that he heard what was going on inside of her house, like the sanding of something down? I was like, are your houses I know houses are closed, like we're close to our neighbors, but I'm like, would you hear it that loudly?
You might.
Maybe, I don't know.
Depending on where your living room is.
And then the nerve to go over there and, say something.
And complain. Yeah. Not quite fun.
Yeah.
So what was one of yours?
So we didn't really, kind of set up the premise where the baby's dropped off. Erin's at work. She's in the back.
Yes.
Right. And the baby's dropped off. This is aside from my favorite scene. So the baby's dropped off and she picks up the baby and then she goes, she sees the baby. There's a note for her and for Kelly to take, they're giving the baby to her and Kelly.
Right.
And she goes to an event and So then they have this baby. Barbara Niven comes in. She's a social worker, and she's so good as a social worker. Very good. I really appreciated her character. I'm calling her a social worker. I don't know officially. Isn't that what she was? Sort of fostering the adoption process and, kind of, but, that aside, so Aaron and Kelly decide that they need help, right? Probably from their parents, but they don't want to tell their parents. But then Aaron's like, well, I'm just going to because they're trying to figure out who the mom is, right? So, because they're not sure who left them this baby. And so Aaron and Kelly are talking, and Aaron's like, well, I have a cousin who's pregnant. I'll just ask my mom, hey, and Kelly's like, you're not exactly subtle. And she's like, what? I can be subtle, and then the next scene is the mom show up at the door because Aaron was not so subtle. I just thought that was funny. That was really kind of a cute, because she was going to ask her mom, and then the moms all of a sudden show up at the door, and and Kelly's like, I told you, you're not subtle. Your mom totally picked up on that hint.
They already knew about the baby,
right? And then I just liked when the moms came in. They're a team, and they're excited to see the baby, and then they're like, hey, this is all part of that same scene.
Yeah.
Do you have enough supplies? And Aaron's like, yeah, the social worker gave us 24 diapers. And then the moms start laughing because, of course, you're going to go through those, really quickly. That's not going to be enough for a week, So then they go off shopping or whatever. But I just thought that was really cute. That whole lead into the moms coming to the house.
Right.
That'd be one of them.
It was.
Another one would be, so they have the baby, and then Betty comes, the social worker comes and takes the baby, finds like a foster for the baby. Right. And then she takes the baby to this foster family, and Kelly finally admits that she misses Nicholas, but she doesn't know how to feel about it yet.
Right.
And Aaron, because they've kind of had this conflict, like Kelly's like, look, I like our life the way it is, but Aaron really wanted the baby. She didn't think she did. She realized she wanted the baby. And it takes Kelly a little bit to admit that, gosh, yeah, I do miss Nicholas. And Kelly's like, or Aaron's like, I don't feel so alone now because now I know that you miss him also.
Right.
And I just thought, knowing that Kelly felt the same way that she did when they hadn't really been communicating that, I thought that was a really good scene. And for Kelly to admit, I miss him, but I've viewed my life as not having a baby. Right. How do I fit that into my mindset? And that's a shift for people.
Yeah. And the other thing is, and Kelly had a point, was what if one day somebody comes knocking on the door and wants them back? You've given your heart and soul to this baby, and now it could be yanked out from under you. And that was a good point. So yeah, that was a good scene.
And I think, go ahead.
No, I was going to move on to my next one, but
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, when they were at the party, Aaron explains to Joe, which is one of her friend's husband, because he kind of says that's random that somebody would just drop a baby off and not let anybody know.
Yes.
And Aaron was like, it wasn't a random thing. The baby was left at the store for them. The note said, I want you and Kelly to take care of the baby. So it wasn't a random thing.
Right.
And the way she explained it, it was really, really emotional.
That was a great scene. And that's something I should have mentioned at the top too, when we talked about, what we thought about it. That's another topic that I think Hallmark is handling really well. And we've seen this, I believe, in other movies, but the mom who dropped the baby off cared so much for the baby that she wanted to give the baby a good life with them because she knew them. Right. And I think in that scene that you're talking about, Aaron kind of alludes to, it wasn't an easy thing. The baby was loved. The baby was well cared for.
Yeah.
The baby just wasn't dropped off randomly.
Right.
The baby was given to us from somebody, we don't know who it is yet.
Yeah.
But the baby was given to us from somebody who cares enough to give the baby. And I think Hallmark is doing a really good job because I think, there is sort of a stigma if you give your baby up for adoption, or if you drop your baby off at a fire station, which you can do, and safe houses. It's like people just are so harsh on the birth moms,
right?
The biological moms. And it's like, it's not easy. None of that is easy or fun or just disregarded. It's got to be heart-wrenching to do that, even though you're doing the right thing, because maybe you're not financially set. Maybe you're
alone.
You find out it's not like a teenager, but it's, a young adult, and she's just not ready. And the dad wasn't in the picture and didn't want to be in the baby's life. And she felt like she couldn't provide for the baby. So why are you going to be harsh about a parent doing that? That's really the best thing they can do.
Right.
For their child, if they can't provide, so that's a whole other topic. Sorry, I digress.
No, but you had a good point. The thing is, the heart's going to love what the heart wants to love. And, I'd rather have somebody give the baby up to give it a better life than to, maybe struggle throughout their time with the baby, and, things happen. So, I think Hallmark did a good job on that.
Yeah, I think I agree. I agree.
So another one of my favorite scenes was when Mr. Salsa comes over, because, there was a lot of back and forth with Kelly and Aaron giving the baby to the social worker. And
yes.
And there was a scene where he comes over and is like, "Where's the baby? Why isn't there any crying?
Why don't I hear the baby crying?" Yeah, he's like this.
Yeah, and he takes a walk with Kelly, and he explains, his situation, and he was kind of explaining it using the dog that he was walking, and she's like, "Are you really gonna compare the dog and you to a baby and us?" And he's like, "No, not really, but it's kind of the same thing.
It's kind of an analogy a little bit, right?"
He came along when I needed it, and I came along when he needed it. So, and that's what he was trying to explain.
That was a cute scene.
Yeah.
That was cute, because he's this, cranky guy, but he's not, he's a little bit cranky, but he's actually a nice guy.
Right.
And he kind of helps her a little bit. And she's like, "Are you being nice?" And he's basically like, "Don't tell anybody. Don't let it get out."
Yes, it was so cute.
So it was, it was cute. It was cute. I think that's something else I wanted to discuss, because a theme here too is, one of Kelly and Aaron's, disagreement. They agreed that they were not going to have children. Neither of them wanted to have children. And, Kelly's big thing was she was always, what did she say? She always had to compete for attention. That's why she wanted it to just be her and Aaron, because, she had her full attention. And before I say what Aaron said, I think the only part about this that I think people should consider is, if you go into a marriage with that agreement, if one side changes about a baby, I don't think it's fair to be mad at the other person who maybe still doesn't want one.
Right.
I don't think that that's fair, because people change, people evolve. Once you have a baby, like this baby was, given to them in a secretive way, but, kind of like, "Here, I want you, I can't take care of him." And they get the baby, and you can change, but not everybody wants to do that. Right. And if you go into a relationship, and so I sort of felt, I understood there were moments when Aaron, was upset with Kelly, because she's like, you keep making up all these excuses. But I'm like, but she didn't, you agree that you didn't want a baby.
Right.
And I don't think it's fair to be mad at her for thinking about things, thinking things through. Right. Like, it's going to change our lifestyle. And like you said, what if somebody comes to pick up the baby? What if, babies do not solve everything, and they do not make everyone's life better just because they're in it,
That's true.
It's like, that's what they say. Like, if you're a couple that's, and this couple, and Aaron and Kelly are not struggling at all. They have a good, solid relationship, right? Yeah. Everything's going pretty well between the two of them and their careers and everything. So they're fine. But I'm talking about couples who may be having problems. They think the baby is an answer, and it's not, So I just think that it was a little bit unfair to Kelly at times
Right.
with Aaron being upset, And at the same token, I mean, Kelly has to understand that I guess Aaron changed also.
Right.
She's like, well, I said I didn't want one, but man, when I was holding Nicholas, it changed things. I realized I wanted a baby. And then that's when, and then Aaron does say, I don't think love is divisible. Love is infinitely shareable.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, that's a good
That's
line.
a good, yeah.
That's a really good line. Love is infinitely shareable. So,
right.
She was telling Kelly, you'll have my attention just as much, but now we'll have this baby and I can share my love. It's not, right. I don't have to split my love in half. It's going to be shared with both of you. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, another one of my favorite scenes was when they had the house inspector come in to make sure.
Yes, I had that also as a favorite scene.
That was a very emotional scene when Kelly tells the story about the fish and what the fish does.
Yes.
And, when their home is destroyed or whatever, they move it to another clan.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the fish was called, but that was a really, really good scene. And afterwards, the inspector was like, now you just have to write that down.
You have to write it down, right? Because they need statements on why they want to be parents because they've gotten the baby back and they want to move forward with adopting the baby, even though they still don't know who the parents.
I had some tears.
Yeah, yeah. Even though they don't know the parent yet or the mom,
right?
They don't know who the mom is yet, and they're still trying to figure that out. But they've decided that they want the baby, so they get the baby back from the foster family where the baby was, right? And and what is Betty? She says something to them like, I told that foster family it was only going to be a couple days anyway because I had a hunch you guys were going to want the baby back. That was kind of cute. That was cute. It was. Because I'm not, I'm usually not wrong about that. I have a good instinct about that. So I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
And then, and then Kelly's speech to that guy was really, really good. And
really powerful.
You can kind of see, so it's who'd you say he's the for the adoption, he's like the home
inspector. Make sure that the house is
like the home visit. Yeah.
Right.
And so, and you can see Aaron's kind of trepidatious about what Kelly's going to say because Kelly's sort of been on the fence.
Right.
About it. She wants to, but she's a little scared. But then she gives this beautiful speech and Aaron's kind of like, okay, that was really good.
It was funny.
It was really good. Another favorite scene, my final favorite scene would be when the birth mom officially asked them to be the parents. They find out who the birth mom is, and we won't give that part away, but they do find out who it is. And, and I liked that they had Betty say, because the birth mom wants to meet them, right?
Right.
And Aaron's like, what would you do? What do you say? And she basically says something, I think I wrote it down somewhere, but something like, I'm always in favor of kindness wherever you can give it.
Right.
It's something to that effect. So show her some grace. And so that's what we were talking about earlier that Hallmark does so beautifully is the birth mom. It was just really, really well done and well handled in the movie about the birth mom. So the birth mom does meet them. She knows it's the right decision. And then she, officially asks them to be the parents because she has left the baby before with a note and now she does it officially. So,
right. And she originally wanted to talk to him, but when she dropped him off first, she just lost her nerve and just made the note and took off. But she got her chance to officially do it properly, and she did. And the whole time, Aaron and Kelly were thinking, oh, she wants the baby back.
Yeah. They were nervous. They were worried and yeah.
And then they had, of course, all their family members were hidden at that point.
I know. So Aaron and Kelly were having their Christmas Eve party and they made all the family members hide when she came to not overwhelm the birth mother. So it was good. It
was a good
really
scene.
Good. Yeah.
So you have any cheers?
Cheers. None. No. We've already talked about a lot of my cheers, just how Hallmark handles the whole situation. You have Aaron and Kelly are a couple. I think it's so important to emphasize. I mean, I know there's so many children in foster care. There's so many children, not just babies, but, older kids too, who need to be adopted. And, love is love.
Yep.
And if you have a happy couple who can take care of a baby or, you know, an older child. I know they're older children, I think. And I just think that Hallmark handled it beautifully in this movie. I think they handled the birth mother situation. I really liked that the social worker, Betty, was really kind and giving, because social workers get a bad rap too.
Yes, they do.
You know, and she was really, you know, she worked all night to, you know, get paperwork to them, to get them in front of a judge, to, you know, to do all the things for them because she believed in them. She saw them. And, you know, so I just thought the cheer would just be how they handled all of those topics throughout this film.
Yeah.
It was really well done.
And they made Stephanie a good person, you know, who just wasn't ready to raise a child. So
yeah.
That was my cheer.
Yeah, that was good.
So did you have any jeers?
The only jeer, I talked about the cranky neighbor, Mr. Seltzer. I didn't understand he could, but I guess you can possibly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. So, no, I didn't really have any other jeers other than that. Did you have any?
No.
I don't think there were any green screens.
No.
We didn't have to worry about that.
Drama.
Yeah, no.
in a good way, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is that a wrap?
Do you want to, how many?
Oh, that's right.
How many ornaments would you hang on the tree for this one?
I'm going to give this one 3 3/4.
Oh, 3 3/4. Okay. I think I will do the same. I'm going to do a 3.75.
There you go.
For this one. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the way it was produced. I enjoyed the way it was directed. I mean, I think overall they did a really, really good job.
Yeah.
You know, handling all of the topics that were in, and there were several, right, in this particular movie. So, yeah, I give it a 3.75.
Okay. So we're the same.
Yeah, we're samers. We're samers. Yeah. We're samers.
All right. So now is it a wrap?
That is a wrap. Now that we have officially hung our ornaments on the trees that don't exist anymore.
I know. It's not there, but it will be.
I know. It will be before you know it.
Well, thanks for listening and watching.
Yeah. Be sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss a thing. Until next time.
Cheers.